Palantir continues to be a very well-acting stock. And while I think as a trend-following trade, this is wonderful, I would like to give you a bit of contrast here for perspective because it's easy to overstay the welcome in a name like this. So first of all, if we look at the stock here just from a performance perspective, this is a stock that has a very good relationship with a very simple moving average called the 150 period day moving average. Every once in a while, it mean reverts back down to that point. At this point, if the stock were to mean revert back to that, it would drop about 30%, which probably would blow up most people that are long levered positions, such as call options or something like that. So that's just a bit of perspective in the near term. What to me is the perspective I'd like to show you is I ran a very simple scan here, and the scan basically goes back to 2021. If you look at the bottom right there, what you have is two lines. Again, two-line charts I like to show people. The top is the price, so the performance since 2021 for the stock has been nothing but spectacular. Again, ticker symbol PLTR. At the same time, at the bottom, you have something called the PE, or price to earnings ratio, for next 12 months. So this is a forward-looking a metric as opposed to a backward-looking. It's 230 times earnings. So the stock is, so people are really paying a very healthy price, maybe a morbidly obese price for on a multiple to earnings. If you compare that to NVIDIA, and I understand the growth rates here are not the same, that's why it's priced this way, you will notice that the performance, notice again the 1,400% performance since 2021, NVIDIA has the same performance. In fact, it's maybe a touch, I'm not exactly comparing the exact time frames, but close enough. So NVIDIA has similar performance, let's put it that way. At the top is the price performance, 1,400% or so. At the bottom, you have next year's price earnings, which is about 34%. Again, clearly people are pricing in a much higher growth rate for Palantir versus NVIDIA, but paying 7-8 times more on Palantir on a forward-looking PE, to me, is just, I'm going to say, dangerous if one is looking at that stock from a more tactical perspective, because it doesn't take much of a hiccup for a stock like this to correct 30-40%, which doesn't mean the end of it. It just means that one has wiped out basically all gains on a trade, and maybe for 6 months in the past. So I want to give you some perspective on the valuations here on a forward-looking basis. Hope it helps. See you in the next video. If this video helped you, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, you give us a thumbs up like, and if you want to see this approach in action, you will want to join us in our Set the Market morning call, which happens at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday. Make sure you join us for that in the link down below. Again, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.